So far we spoke about planning, right? Imagine this, all of the things that we have done so far is just plan,
Yeah,
plan, plan.
No, I'm gonna ask you in the kids' terminology. Okay.
Okay.
Sir. Okay, sir. Planning and all I understood. Enough. Till now you're telling me planning, planning, plan. God, now go. Okay, sir. Now today I'm studying. Tomorrow morning I'm studying. What should I do differently?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is anyone having this question?
Many people have exams tomorrow. Like,
I know.
hey, what can I do tomorrow?
Tomorrow what? Like, okay, tomorrow if I'm studying, what do you do differently?
Perfect. Lovely. So let's say, we have picked one session, 2 hour of session I'm going to do, and I'm going to practice math, let's say chapter of algebra, right? And I'm going to be better at it. So my first question is that, hey, when do I stop practicing algebra? When do I know that, hey, I'm done with algebra and I should be moving on, right? When should you stop practicing a chapter? You started practicing a chapter. How do you know that you are done? Here are 3 options. I will stop practicing once the allotted time is over. Let's say I told myself I will practice for 2 hours. 2 hours is done. I'm done. I'm going to move on. Doesn't matter how much soever I learned or not. Second option, I will stop practicing once I have a gut feel that I have mastered the topic. Hey, you know what? I feel like, okay, cool. This one, I know. I got it. Let me move on to next subject. Third option is I will stop practicing when I am able to solve questions of the topic. Okay. Let's see. 60% of you have voted. Majority of you are picking your options. Nice. By the way, Avi, I'm curious to know, what did you do?
My answer. Wait, I'm gonna directly ask this time. I think Deepal.
Deepal, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you, sir, first of all, and good evening.
Good evening.
How are
Deepal.
you guys?
Always.
Very good.
Okay, so if I tell you about my answer, I chose the third answer. So I chose the third answer because I personally believe that you have to, like, before completing a thing, you have to check that where you stand. So, for example, I'm studying math. Like the first and second example, for once the time is over, I'll stop studying. Like, what's the benefit of that if I didn't understand a single topic in algebra? And the same thing goes with the second one. But I guess in the third one, and when I'll do a test, I'll see that where I stand, what questions I don't understand, what are the concepts I'm missing, and I'll do those things again. And yeah, then I'll be sure that my topic is complete.
Nice, Deepal. Thanks a lot. That was a really awesome answer. So, yes, folks, that's actually the right way to go about it. So, you will notice that we are focusing a lot more on self testing, right? Testing. That's the most important thing, especially just before the exams. You always need to know, have you achieved your goal? Have you achieved your target? So, when you did a pre test, remember, before even beginning to do anything, when you were planning, when you were starting planning, you did a pre test to analyze yourself. How much are you able to score, right? And now, when you're picking up a topic, when you're picking up a subject, right? Once you're done with practice, you should always check how much, where I am, what are my, strong points, have I achieved success or not? And how to do this is just by looking at the questions that are there at the back of your chapter, right? And trying to solve it. And just take some questions randomly, because you know what? One of the hacks away is that at the back of the chapter, right? There'll be like 20 questions, and I will know, hey, in the first 5 questions, I should apply that formula, the first formula. In the next 5 questions, I should apply formula number 2. In the next 5 questions, I should apply formula number 3. By the way, do you all agree with me that in the back of the questions, the back of the chapter questions, they all go in a particular flow, right? You have an idea which formula to apply in which question, right? So that kind of gives away some kind of hint to your brain, and it does not force you to recall what formula to apply where, right? So I would recommend just take one question from different parts, right? And jumble them, interleave. That's what it's called, interleave them, right? And then try to answer them. And if you are able to answer them, then you are good to go. That means your practice is done. You were successful. If you are not able to complete it, make a note of it. How much are you able to complete? Where are you still weak, right? And then you will be able to start from there, maybe in a future day, on the next session, right? So that's what the recommendation is. Always have a goal before you're starting a session, right? The goal should be that, hey, I should be able to do these 5 questions, or these kind of, questions I should be able to remember, things like that, right? Does that make sense?
So wait, to clarify, so you're saying if I'm doing a session, the objective of the session is not just, so I've planned out, I have some topics to cover. the objective of the session is not just to just go one by one, finish those topics. It's actually to, so before itself, you should think about, hey, okay, only if I finish this, and if I answer these questions, only then this is correct.
Exactly. So this is called, making smart goals and being aware of your goals, right? Where are you doing on your goals, right? And this is also a kind of a life suggestion, a life hack. Always, whatever you're doing, you should have a measurable goal and track yourself towards it. Are you able to hit that goal or not, right? Otherwise, it does not matter. You can just sit for 2-3 hours and daydream and just read a textbook multiple times and still not be able to answer the questions. What's the whole point of it? That's just waste of time, right? So that's one of the reasons.
Ram is he's becoming life guru, okay?
These are the mistakes that I've done.